The Test of Champions 2025, the Belmont Stakes from Saratoga. Of course, it's going to be on Saturday, June the 7th, race number 14, part of a big day of racing. That includes the Met Mile and the Manhattan Stakes on the turf. Of course, 14 races, the Belmont Stakes, the finale. They're going to be going 10 furlongs. They're rebuilding beautiful Belmont Park, and they're going to be going a mile and a quarter. An 8-horse field has been drawn. The storylines this year include Todd Pletcher. He's got four Belmont Stakes wins. He's got 2 horses entered in Crudo and Uncaged. Meanwhile, we've got the 3 from the Kentucky Derby, the top 3 finishers, Sovereignty, Journalism, and Baeza, ready to square off in round number 2. And since then, Journalism did win an exciting Preakness Stakes. But the field has been drawn. It's got multiple stakes winners led by Hill Road. He comes in after winning the Peter Pan Stakes. That was for trainer Chad Brown just a few weeks ago. Sovereignty, your Kentucky Derby winner, for Bill Mott. Rodriguez for Bob Baffert, the Wood Memorial winner. Uncaged, 2 entries for Todd Pletcher. Crudo, a recent winner of the Sir Barton Stakes on the Preakness undercard. Baeza, 3rd in the Kentucky Derby, 2nd in the Santa Anita Derby. Journalism, the Preakness Stakes winner, the Santa Anita Derby winner, and the San Felipe winner. And then Heart of Honor, 5th in the Preakness Stakes, 2nd in the UAE Derby. Lots of stakes winners, the big 3 from the Kentucky Derby. Let's take a look at the race replays, find out how they got here. Let's take you back to Kentucky Derby Day, sloppy track. Making the move first was number 8, Journalism, but here comes Sovereignty on the outside, getting near him, and then getting the lead with a 16th of a mile to run. Sovereignty winning that race with Junior Alvarado. Journalism holds on for 2nd. Baeza closing late to finish 3rd in that race. Now, since that race, Sovereignty passed on the Preakness Stakes. Let's take you back to his Fountain of Youth win. That was his first race in 2025. He gets up in the final strides, run down River Thames in that race. That was at Gulfstream Park off the layoff. Now, Sovereignty, 3 works since the Kentucky Derby, going to be ridden by Junior Alvarado, trained by Bill Mott. He is your morning line favorite. Journalism, here he is galloping at Saratoga. This was on Sunday. And of course, Journalism of winning that Preakness Stakes a couple of weeks ago. They decided to run in the Belmont Stakes. And let's make a look at that inside move in the Preakness Stakes. He's sitting in 5th place. He's wearing the red and white silks. And he saves ground, gets caught in between horses, bumped, inside move, and then he runs down number 9, Gosger. It was Journalism with an electric Preakness Stakes win a couple of weeks ago. He's going to be the horse that runs in all 3 legs of the Triple Crown for 2025. Meanwhile, Rodriguez was entered in the Kentucky Derby, and he was training well for the race. They scratched him the day before the Kentucky Derby. Then he shipped back to Santa Anita. Here he is winning a maiden special weight race. What's noteworthy about this maiden win, he defeated Baeza in that race, and then Baeza after that race came back to win. So Rodriguez, after winning that maiden race, he goes into the Wood Memorial. He wins that race on a front-running score. Now, the track was a little bit on the speedy side that day, so the Beyer speed figure and the Brisnet speed figure came back really high. Front runners did well on Wood Memorial Day, so it may be a little bit of a speed-induced racetrack, but Rodriguez been training forwardly. His last workout, 7 furlongs. Scratch from the Kentucky Derby. He's fresh. He comes in with a lot of time off since that Wood Memorial. Could still be improving. Now, Hill Road, he won the Peter Pan for trainer Chad Brown. A big move down the lane. Of course, he ran an even 3rd place finish in the seasonal debut at Tampa Bay, ran 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He's got a little bit of class, and he ran on the turf over in England. Hill Road, a stretch runner here for Chad Brown in the Belmont Stakes. Now, Baeza, let's take you back to the big maiden special weight win. Baeza drawing off in this race, made that move took the lead, won in hand at Santa Anita, came back after that win to run second in the Santa Anita Derby to Journalism, and then ran third in the Kentucky Derby for Baeza. Baeza with Flavian Prat back here to ride in the Belmont Stakes. Now, Crudo, he comes in off a big win on the Preakness undercard. He won the Sir Barton. He went wire to wire. He took command early. Down the backstretch, he's leading. Enters into the stretch with the big lead. Crudo galloping off in hand late, trained by Todd Pletcher. This is the type of horse. He's getting good. He's improving. He didn't run as a 2-year-old, but he's got a big win in the Sir Barton Stakes after a maiden win for trainer Todd Pletcher. Crudo going here in the Belmont Stakes. Heart of Honor. He's been acclimating to Saratoga, second place in the UAE Derby. Of course, that was a slowly run race this year. Fifth in the Preakness. Trainer Jamie Osborne trains. His daughter Safi Osborne rides. Heart of Honor at Saratoga. Now, the pace, I'm expecting overall a potentially slow pace. Early runners that could be leading at 6 furlongs, Rodriguez and Crudo. I'm going to go with Rodriguez on the engine. That's where he seems to do his best work. The main presser in this race, probably going to get first run if Crudo doesn't go after Rodriguez, is going to be Baeza. Overall, Rodriguez, I'm going to put him on the lead. Crudo, Journalism, and Baeza sitting in that presser spot. Journalism a little bit further back than Crudo and Baeza. Mid-pack, you've got Uncaged and Sovereignty. They should benefit from the 10 furlongs. Hill Road and Heart of Honor are your closers. Hill Road fires a closing effort every time, but his big effort in the Peter Pan, running him down late, he does have to improve his speed figures. Now, looking at our Belmont Stakes prospectus, I was looking at their previous race. Again, class dominates this race. A lot of winners from the Kentucky Derby, Florida Derby, Preakness Stakes, only a couple of winners. The 2 Triple Crown winners, Justify and American Pharoah. We did have Tonalist and Sir Winston win out of the Peter Pan going into the Belmont Stakes. Of course, the Belmont Prospectus comes out later on this week. My top choice in the Belmont Stakes, I'm going to go with Sovereignty. I like his energy level. I liked his Fountain of Youth win. I think he didn't run his best race in the slop on Kentucky Derby Day. He can come in off the pace. He seems to have good energy, and he does have some tactical speed, and I think he's a 10 furlong horse. Now, exactas, I'm going to be playing Sovereignty over Baeza, Rodriguez, and Journalism. I think Baeza and Rodriguez, as the speed, they may get first run on Journalism. So those are my straight exactas. If you want to savor exacta, maybe go Baeza over Sovereignty. My second pick in this race, I'm going to go with Baeza. You know, I think he's still improving. I thought he ran a very good race in the Kentucky Derby. He was coming home fast. He had the wider post position. He had the later run. He's a big horse with a long stride. I think Baeza's improving slowly, and he could run a big race if you want a second horse to use at 4-1 in doubles, or pick 3s, or maybe the second horse on top for your exacta. So Baeza, my second choice. Top pick is Sovereignty. Remember, share, like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends. And remember, the Belmont Stake Prospectus comes out later on this week. Sign up below in the description to find out more about that. We'll do a live stream at 5:30 on Wednesday, and you can catch the replay if you can't catch it live. Thursday, the Belmont Handicapping Show, 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. We handicap the Belmont Stakes, go over all the replays, get you ready for Belmont Day. It's the Belmont Stakes 2025 from Saratoga, and remember, D. Wayne Lucas always says, people have opinions, horses have the facts.